Welcome back in on EA Sports, and do not adjust your sets. That's our score, 27-7. A shocker thus far, and this has kind of turned into a classic trap game. And right now this offense searching for answers as they try to mount a comeback from a 3-touchdown deficit.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball is the same, right? The coverage skills are...
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Carter Landry.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So here are the Colts to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. That gets hit, and the ball is free.
And the Jags grab it. And some room to work.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw here.
They'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
So, CD, things starting to get a little more interesting. Another touchdown to cut the deficit further.
And remember, this was a 27-7 game at one point. So now momentum, it's totally changed. And I don't quite know why it took them so long to get it in gear. But obviously, they're not going to go down without a fight.
And keeping in mind how important any game is this time of year to their playoff seeding, it's a game they can't really afford to lose.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Mack. And he loses the football the second time. And the Jags grab it.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Complete at the 1. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. So what a comeback here, Charles. Down 3 touchdowns in the second half. They've surged back to take the lead.
And I attribute this squarely to the veteran leaders on this team because they know how important a game this is. And after this one's over, I think the media is going to be in the locker room, and they will admit, yeah, maybe we took these guys a little bit too lightly early on. But they've been completely transformed here in the second half, and they may just come out of here with a victory.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
Here's Mack to get it again on 2nd down.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Now Wentz. And that one's going to be knocked away and complete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Here's the tight end. This is Landry.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Give him 32 on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Carter Landry
there to make the grab.
And the Jags add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Devon Hamilton in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
After the sack on first down, Wentz. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Wentz on third down. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Wayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the return will stop right around the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Carter Landry there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter in the QB.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15.
Oh, put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And some room to roam now. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Wentz now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Wentz to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Wentz to throw again. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz steps away. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams...
He's got a man. Complete.
Time, baby.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
He's got Doyle. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Finding Pascal. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Jags grab it. The 30, 20, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Wentz now to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.